And we're back to learn Photoshop in a year, day 335. Let's talk about the background eraser tool. Press Ctrl J here to copy the original, and I keep the original, make it invisible, and we work on a copy. You can find it where the eraser tool is. E is the short key, right click on this box, and you get once again a brush, so you can adjust the size as usual. I'm going to use the defaults here, so the first sampling method right here, this first icon, limits contagious and tolerance 50%. And now if you left click, for example, on a yellow color, this will be sampled, and then you just left click drag over it. As long as the plus sign is only on yellow, it will erase yellow colors. But you can see here on the edge we already have a problem because there's a little bit of yellow in the headphones. Here at the bottom as well. When you hover over the black areas with the plus sign in this icon, you're going to add this to the erase, so be careful there. You press Ctrl Z here, go over it again. And once again, we've got the issue down here. We can use the tolerance to adjust the intensity. In this case, we should go down and then go over this edge once more. Result is a little bit better now, but you can still see it's very tedious and there are lots of issues. Let me delete this. I go back to the original, Ctrl J to copy. I'm on the copy, and now I simply use a quick action right here, remove background. It is one of the newer features in Photoshop, and this has made the background eraser tool somewhat obsolete. You can see the results here are way better than if I would try to go over this manually. Still, it wasn't an easy selection due to the yellow color blending through. Let's check this example. Once more, Ctrl J to copy. I work on the copy, make the original invisible. I sample this white grayish color. I do it with a left click and then left click drag. Once more, as long as you're only on this grayish white with the plus sign of your cursor, it's the only thing that gets erased. And here the results are way better. But still, if we use the quick action remove background, we get a better result. It's quicker and also easier to do. So in its basic form, this eraser tool has become, as I've said, somewhat obsolete thanks to these new, let's call them AI features, these automated features. Even if we compare it here, you can see we've gotten way cleaner edges using the quick action. So it's still nice to have, but in its basic form, you don't need it anymore. Just use a quick action, remove background, and you get a better result. In the next video, I'm going to go over the parameters on top and how we can adjust this tool to still get something of value out of it. But these are the basics of the background eraser tool. I hope this video was helpful. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.